posted anything new? No, he hasn't. Okay, so he's lost like 400,000 subscribers, which is good. Hey, beautiful people. All I can say about the situation is I can't say anything yet. Okay. He might be trying to sue. It's not going to work out. But okay. Okay. So here's the thing. All right. How do I pause? Jesus, can I pause this? Oh my god. All right. So white women tears are a tool of white supremacy. This is a huge problem here. This is a really big problem here. He removed one of the posts too. Good thing that this girl has this up here. So the next thing that is said is a lot of folks have said things like, I don't agree with what he did, or what he did was wrong. What did I do? Where did the information come from? We're at a point now where Modern Warrior has and he removed this post. I just want you to know he removed this post. So he originally had that up and he completely removed it. He got rid of it. So here's the huge problem: is Modern Warrior is rejecting the fact that he absolutely did engage in he was disrespecting women. He was acting like a fuckboy. So here's what happened, right? Modern Warrior decided that he was going to lie to a bunch of women. He'd say that I'm single, and then he talked to a bunch of girls, and he had sex with them under the idea that he was single, and then they were upset. It wasn't just Chelsea. There was another girl as well who was very level-headed. What Lance did was really like it was typical male behavior. But for somebody who's constantly virtue signaling about how we need to respect women, this shows that he is a disingenuous person. This shows that he's a disingenuous person who pretends to care about women and their rights, but he doesn't really care about respecting women. He will just utilize his platform to take advantage of women. Okay. Chelsea came out and basically exaggerated and tried to make the comparison that he sexually assaulted her, which was absolutely wrong. But he was still a fuckboy. And so now what he's doing is he's pretending, and we'll use this TikTok, that he didn't do anything wrong, even though he absolutely did. Right? And now he's like, oh, guys, people are like, what did I do wrong? What did I do? What did I do? And he's trying to make it seem like the reason he's not talking is because he's talking to a lawyer. Lawyer's really not going to get anything out of this. There's not going to really be a defamation argument. Half of it he's doing is to himself. But yeah, she did overreact. But this is just him saying I didn't do anything wrong, and it's because I'm a native person. Now, I've talked about the white women tears argument. And white women tears there are instances where, like, historically, like, white people just cry so that they can hurt black people, right? We know that this happens. Okay. However, that's not the only way that white women tears work. The reason, like, at this point, when you look at the Chelsea situation, she was crying for attention because the feedback loop in her life says when she cries, people feel bad for her and they give her more attention. But it didn't work on social media. I don't think that she actively said, like, oh, I'm going to deplatform a person of color, an indigenous person, because, you know, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to actively deplatform by crying. No, she got hurt by him and she decided to, like, decided to fucking go, like, massively out of control. But yeah. Anyway, another thing, Papa, Lance had a vasectomy. By the logic, Chelsea was with other men too if she really was pregnant. Okay, the pregnancy doesn't matter. You guys aren't really listening to the problem. At no point in this did I even mention her pregnancy. So you notice how this whole vasectomy argument, from your mental perspective, has completely discounted any wrongdoing from what he did, because you have fallen victim to the dumb bullshit arguments that don't fucking matter. That argument counters the hyperbolic response from Chelsea. Though if she didn't know he had a vasectomy, it's irrelevant because she could still be upset that she might have had his kid. But we've already found out that she wanted to have his kid. She was fucking insane. Okay? But again, the issue has nothing to do with babies. The issue is fundamentally lying to people, in this case women, about being single so that you can get some fucking free pussy. Like, that's fuckboy shit. And a lot of guys do it, and it's wrong. And it's something that needs to be called out. But for Lance, somebody who's constantly talking about how women need to be protected, engaging in this behavior is the problem. Modern Warrior is a disingenuous cunt. And this is what was happening. And people are, like, looking at all these, like, weird arguments to somehow deflect from the criticism on him. But you can't be somebody who speaks in social justice issues and talks about how we need to respect women and then be a dumb fuckboy. Like, it just doesn't really work that way. I don't know what to tell people. And they just don't, like, they're just not listening. And so now the result is Lance is just like, hey, I didn't do anything wrong. Yes, you did. Like you've shown that like you're just not somebody who can be trusted because you're a disingenuous person that doesn't actually care about women or social issues, right? That's the problem. And like, no, the vasectomy thing, first of all, Modern Warrior has been constantly posting and then removing posts in the hopes that other people will take those posts and signal boost them. So he claimed he had a vasectomy. We don't know if that's true. Also, you can still get pregnant even if somebody has a vasectomy. It takes months for a vasectomy to take, and it doesn't mean that it's 100% accurate. But either way, like, it's just him doing whatever he can to discredit her rather than to speak genuinely about the situation. He's very, like, he's still a scumbag. Chelsea is just worse. And so now all he's doing is falling back to like, oh, everything's white supremacy. If I do something wrong, it's white supremacy. That's all that he's done. And this comes in how many? Like a week afterwards? This comes in a week afterwards, and he's saying, well, I might sue. Now, he might be talking to a lawyer, but nothing is going to happen of it. The reality is like, what defamation is there? There's nobody is like, like he would have to argue that she actively engaged in some kind of defamation, right? Because her verbiage was like very defamatory. Yeah, but nobody actually took it and ran with it and cared about it. Like, listen, not for nothing, he's not going to get defamation. I could claim defamation on some of the other things that I've done that people have held me out for. It's just not going to work though. Who cares? He hasn't posted at all. You understand this? It's not like he posted back to his normal content. He's just not posting and using this idea of a lawsuit as a way for him to be quiet and take a break. That's all it is. I very highly doubt that he's suing. If he is, who really cares? But why isn't he making his normal content? Like, he did a bad thing. He's a fuckboy. He's still wrong. There's nothing to really sue for. He's a fuckboy engaging in these things. It's just crazy. And like, this is now as everything's white supremacy, and it's just fucked up. It's just fucking ridiculous, bro. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.